Hello! Welcome to today's edition of Caddy's Corner. It's polka dot umbrella day again. This one's not going to be a quickie 1 minute though. So I'm walking to work, heading to the bus stop, off to Montero's. It's my last regular shift on a Wednesday as a 49-year-old. The next shift I do on Friday, I will already be 50. It's also karaoke, so different kind of night. I had a mutual friend ask a friend of mine, what's up with these videos? What's Caddy doing? What's the point? But I don't get it. I don't get it. And there's a lot of points. There's some macro points and some micro points, and there's some, what I've learned from working behind the bar for the last nearly 4 years now. There's something about connecting into people in their lives who have had struggles too, and it gives you a different perspective on your own in a lot of different ways. Sometimes motivating you to do something. I often say comb the trail of geniuses, or also just to know you're not alone. I was just talking to my friend today about that. We're both going through a similar heartbreak, and it involves a bigger group of friends, and it's complicated, and it's nice to know that we have each other to talk to about that. And we both said that as much today. I've also had a lot of people reaching out to me to talk to me, people who have lifted me up with words I don't even think they really meant to be compliments, but just by them helping me suss out what's been going on, they've said some things that were really inspirational to me. So motivational speaker is a job you can have. I actually had a friend who had it, and it was sucking the life out of her, so she quit it. And she's a very motivational person. And but that job, like to motivate people, like that, kind of have to assume that you're coming into the room of them not being motivated in the first place. And I found that as a professional organizer. I wasn't working with people who were kind of organized and just wanted to be better at it. I was working with people who were epically out of alignment with the efficiency in their lives, and sometimes didn't even really want to change. They just wanted somebody to come fix them. And so I decided, probably the day I walked into Rita Katz's office in Wilmington, North Carolina, almost a decade ago, and said I need help because I wanted my life to be better. I didn't want to live in darkness anymore. I wanted to take showers every day and feed myself, not just the cats, and be able to go out in the sunshine and not feel like I was a vampire being burned to death. I lived at the beach. I never went. I didn't go sit at the ocean and help the dolphins figure it out. I stayed in my house and locked the doors and put on the TV and stayed in that addictive spiral for years. And it was a dark time for me, and I came out of that. And one thing that happened behind the pine when I was working at my first bar gig, I just watched a bus fly by, but I'm not going to try to chase it in this rain. So I always sprained my ankle once in the city. I'll wait for the next bus. So when I was behind the pine, I was just telling tale to a new friend about what I'd been going through. Loss of houses and cats and marriages and things like that. And over again, but I remember one specific event. It was a stranger. I don't remember who they were, but they were like, oh my God, how are you smiling and happy? And I couldn't do that. If I were you, I would be laying on the floor in a pile and not leaving my house. I wanted, I guess in the moment I was like, I don't know, I'm happy today, so that's who you're getting. But the truth of the matter is I'd already done that. I'd already locked myself in the room and stayed on the floor and stopped connecting in with people, stopped trusting other people. I stopped trusting myself. I stopped trusting a lot of things. And so I just knew that there was a different mission for me. I didn't know how to get there. My 50th birthday was coming. The phrase hashtag 50 to 50 popped into my head one day, and so I pulled out my wall calendar and figured out when that would start and just started it. So some of these have had no point. Like I said, I had a bigger arc in mind. I had bigger lessons I wanted to be sort of touting, to be inspiration to other people, to find not only solace in the fact that you're not alone, but pragmatic tools and tricks and trades and and just keep working systems. Keep trying one thing, and if it doesn't work, try another thing, and try another thing, and try another thing, and get what you can out of that. There's this one guy who was just saying he reads like 80 books at a time, and sort of half starts them, and goes to the ones that motivate him the most in the moment. And that's how I read, and I kind of was judgy about that. Like, I can't get all the way through one book at a time anymore. It's not how I read. So, I'm going to share more links and encourage you to follow other tracks in life that can help you be a better you. That's really all I'm up to here. But I'm doing it by sharing me. And that's something I stopped doing. I stopped doing it with my friends and my family, and to some degree my husband. That was a very tumultuous relationship that I got lost in. I got lost in 17 years. And I had to figure out a whole new life for me. And right now that means I'm carrying a polka dot umbrella in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. And I'm heading over to Montero's Bar and Grill at 73 Atlantic Avenue. Originally opened in 1938, but is eminent domained by Robert Moses for the BQE. So they opened in their current location July 4th, 1947. And you're getting those details because there's getting ready to be a little bit of a big deal news coming down the pike next week. My 50th birthday has a really interesting gift attached to it, and it's a gift of a connection with a person about that magical bar that I work at. So tonight I'm going to go, and hopefully I'll have some good regulars in, and I'll put on some good music on the jukebox. I'm already ready to buy some credits and make that happen. And here comes another bus. I see it now. So anyway, when it's raining, sometimes you just got to stop at the Save on 5th and grab a polka dot umbrella, so you're not just another black umbrella wearing all black. That's pretty much what I'm doing. A little bit of gray, but thanks, Mike, for the hoodie. You do you. Today, my rainbow set of polka dots. So I guess Becky Burton, here's your rainbow for the day. Maybe I'll get one after this storm. I don't know. The sun still hasn't set yet. All right. My hope for today is that find inspiration wherever. It doesn't have to be me. I don't care. Just find it. I'm not selfish about it. I just want you to be inspired. Inspired to be a better you. I need to figure out a way not to get my hair all messed up during these. Anyway, do it again tomorrow. Thanks for joining me in Caddyland. Bye. Here comes the bus.